Oh, hey, fellow humans. How are you guys doing? I got a good one for you. So, I've been in contact with both the creator of Dust and Frost and the person who runs it now and who currently patches it and maintains it. And these are survival overhauls. They're really hardcore. I had a great time playing it live. The video is in my old lives. And I'll be playing it this Sunday and next Sunday as well. It's kind of cool how this mod has developed. The original idea came from a mod that was in Fallout 4 called Obscurum, which was also a very hardcore survival mod. And so Naugrim, the creator, learned how to do it on New Fallout New Vegas, and then he brought it over and made it for Fallout 4. And then after he put it down, another mod author decided to take it upon himself to patch it and bring it to where it is today. So it's really cool we get these different perspectives. So I'm going to be reading off the answers that Naugrim gave me. This is one of those episodes, if you don't really like my voice, first of all, I'm not sure why you're here, but second of all, maybe the next episode will be better for you, because that one will be a live conversation between me and Red Hot, the current runner of Frost. So let's get going. When did you get into modding, and what inspired you to do it? I've been modding games since I was around 12 or 13. Circa 2010. Wait, he was 12 in 2010, so he's 25? Holy shit, I'm getting old. There was this great Lord of the Rings RTS game from EA called Battle for Middle-earth I used to play, and the dev software came with the game. So I started out modding by just using those dev tools to make new encounter maps to play on for myself. I uploaded a few, but it was mainly for my own enjoyment. My start with Bethesda modding was pretty similar story. I'd gotten really into playing other people's mods for Skyrim and Fallout 3, but every now and then I'd run into some problem or want some kind of playstyle that I just couldn't find in a mod, so I'd make it myself. I remember falling in love with a mod called Obscurum for Fallout 3, but getting really peeved at one or two specific mechanics. So I'd open up the GEC and fumble around trying to fix it for my own playthrough. After a while, I pretty much shipped a Theseus the mod so that it was unrecognizable. That was the earliest form of what later became Dust. I obviously couldn't release that mod since it was built off of someone else's work, but I restarted from scratch in New Vegas with a similar concept. I love how almost all the mod authors I've talked to have been just pulled into the Bethesda games, and then Bethesda gave the tools to the community. Smartest business decision Bethesda's ever made, because it just let people run wild. I mean, I just checked both Fallout 4, Fallout New Vegas maybe, Skyrim definitely, but they have over 1 billion downloads. 1 billion. That is so much eye traffic going into Bethesda games. So I hope Starfield attracts that same level of passion from the community, and that CK2 makes it really easy for new modders to get involved because, well, without the vehicles in the game, Todd, we're going to need some damn good mod authors, all right? Are you planning on modding Starfield? And if you do, what do you think will be your first mod? Haven't decided fully whether I'd like to get back into modding with Starfield. I'm definitely considering it, but it depends so much on how I end up feeling about it. If I find it fun and have inspiration, maybe. But there's a lot of other considerations. I don't have as much free time to mod as I did back in the day. And the types of stories I'd want to tell have changed a lot since those days. If I were to start modding again, I'd probably do something similar to Dust and Frost. Yeah, time's a real bastard. I don't even want to think about how old I'll be when Fallout 5 finally comes. Shit, I'm thinking about it. What elements of survival would you want to see in Starfield? Obviously the essentials, food, water, sleep, but in sci-fi setting you have a lot of additional options. I saw an interview last year with Todd Howard, where he threw out the idea of fuel as a resource. He said they ultimately scrapped it, but it could be interesting. Oxygen is something that comes to mind, but as with the fuel, it comes down to how fun versus annoying it is to manage that sort of thing. I love the nitty-gritty stuff, but it needs to be manageable. Well, I can tell from playing Frost that you really do make a good nitty-gritty game. But as far as making it manageable, I don't know. I have a feeling if you're my manager, my workday would look something similar to a Saw movie.
No, it's not creepy at all.
Space sci-fis can create many atmospheres, from aliens to Star Trek, desolation to wonder. What atmosphere/style would you like to see in Starfield? I imagine Starfield's going to try to be a kitchen sink setting, drawing inspiration from a lot of different places. I love that gritty horror stuff, so I'm excited for those elements. I also love the low-tech sci-fi, OG Star Wars, where everything's a little dirty. The technology kind of sucks. The Millennium Falcon's just a trash can that can barely fly. There was a shot in the trailer for Starfield that was like an Old West-style town, and that's definitely the vibe I like. There's so much more personality in that than some pristine white hallway. Saw exactly what you're talking about. All the metal cabinets that the paint's wearing off, burnished edges, appliances that have been used. Gives me like Firefly vibes. Although a white hallway can be really useful for giving a really creepy atmosphere as well. Have you used any AI tools to help you mod? And what AI tools personally would you want developed? I've got mixed feelings about AI, especially AI art. In the modding scene, on one hand, it's really easy. Really useful tool for modders that may not have the means to have something professionally done. On the other hand, I currently work in a visual design field that is under threat by AI art. It's typically lower quality content and frankly soulless compared to human created content. There are so many great artists out there, and lots of my favorite artists I've discovered through their contribution to various modding communities. So it's sad to see AI gut that scene. Yeah, the field was brutal before AI. One of my best friends, he is a master's in art, but he walks dogs because he makes good money that way. It's not a place that is easy to get into because a lot of people's passion is art. And now, companies don't want to pay artists before. Now they're turning to AI, and they're more than happy to go ahead and take AI artwork if it sells. So I don't know what the correct answer is, because convenience is a real addiction we're having problems with these days. I mean, just look at Amazon. I hate Amazon. I use Amazon. Where do I go from there? Mod collections seem to be the way the community is going. Do you have any plans with fellow mod authors for compatible modding in Starfield? I've been a bit out of the Bethesda modding scene for the past few years, but I've heard about those loosely. I've seen similar things in Paradox Interactive modding scene, and I think it's great. There was a ton of asset work for Dust and Frost that I never would have been able to do alone. Was only able to include due to collaboration with various mod authors. Dust and Frost were notoriously bad for mod compatibility, just based on how all-encompassing they were. So it would be cool to work more closely if I were to make something in the future. I have no solid plans as of yet. I haven't even actually fully committed to coming back, but it's a cool idea. I mean, he already showed he got the idea from fellow mod authors to create his mod, and then a bunch of people in the community helped mod it with him. And not only that, someone else has taken over to finish patching it and maintain it. Yeah, that's a huge benefit of the modding community, and also another thing that leads to it being scary when they start monetizing these things, because assets are going to be harder to find and more costly. Bethesda Mod Marketplace looks like it will be coming soon. What are your thoughts on paid mods? I don't have anything against mod authors that want to be paid for their work, but I think the Bethesda modding scene has become as great as it is because the vast majority of authors create their mods for fun, for free. I've seen mod authors in other communities take the Patreon, Ko-Fi donations approach, and I think that's a nice compromise. It lets users support mod authors without making modding a purely commercial affair. Yeah, that's a very clean answer, and I agree with him for the most part. The only problem is people don't tend to donate as much as even Nexus does for mod authors. I'm not blaming anybody, it's just a matter of convenience. You're going to download a bunch of mods and then you're going to get to playing. You don't think much of going back to, give a positive review or all these things. And I think, they do with mods on phones where you play it for a little while and they're like, please review. Those are annoying as all hell, but if that benefits mod authors in some way that we can do that, or even if Microsoft like said round up through the monthly, so instead of like $12.99 or whatever the cost is for Game Pass, they just do it a flat 13 or whatever, and then that goes to the mod authors. Something like that would be kind of cool. I'm all about that. I mean, what's a penny to us? But if you have, as I said before, there's a billion people downloading these mods, a billion times 1 penny. I mean, obviously, I don't know that math. Do I look like I know math that well? Anyway, let's move on. If you can have any playable or utility mod day one, what might you choose? Honestly, I plan to do one full playthrough without mods of any kind. I like to experience the baseline before going crazy with mods. That said, there are so many mods for Fallout 4 and Skyrim that are beyond essential. Sky UI, unofficial patches, visual overhauls, etc. I know there are going to end up being mods where I look back and think, how did I ever play without it? Hey guys, first of all, thank you so much for watching to the end. It really helps with the algorithm, and I appreciate it more than you know. If you'd like to help more, all you need to do is drop a thumbs up. I would love you. I mean, I'm married. I can't like go further than that. I feel like what we have is good. But I love you in spirit. I feel like I've had a breakup like that. And a reminder, I'll be streaming Frost this Sunday. If you want to see me get destroyed. I mean, I die a lot. To my credit, though, I have had some pretty sweet looking shots, followed by death, but I still got those shots in. If you'd like to join the Discord, I also have the link down below. Love to see you. And if you have any mod authors you want to talk to, any questions you want me to ask mod authors, write it down below. And as always, guys, stay safe and mod reckless. A thumbs up is all you need to do. No cost, no fee, nothing. 100% 5-finger discount of my appreciation. The hell phrase was that?